Hi, this is Joresa with IdeateTV, and I am here with Alex Woolfson, who is the writer and publisher of Artifice, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his story.
Hi. So I write two stories. I write a science fiction story called Artifice, which is complete, and an ongoing story, superhero story called The Young Protectors, young as in not old. So Artifice is a complete story. I mean, you can buy it from me directly, you can get it on Amazon. It's about Deacon, who's a prototype android soldier. He's sent on his very first mission to attack a team of scientists who knew too much, and he has failed spectacularly at that mission. Not only did he let one guy live, for some reason, he also attacked the team sent to retrieve him. So now the corporation has hired the brilliant robopsychologist Dr. Clarice Maven to figure out what went wrong. And basically my deal is, as a gay kid growing up, I loved science fiction and action stories, but I never got to see what I really wanted to see. And for me, what that meant is something that was a really good science fiction story first, with a hero who just happened to like guys.
I like it. So that's the spin that your main character likes guys, and I love it. So what else inspired this story other than your true life?
Well, in my true life, in terms of Artifice, I mean, like I said, growing up I loved science fiction movies, and in particular I was a big fan of the Aliens movies. And the Aliens itself, which is the second movie, has an artificial intelligent character in it, an android named Bishop. And there's a scene that basically it's him with the mess hall with all the Marines, and somebody offhandedly calls him a synthetic, and he corrects him and says, no, actually I prefer the term artificial person myself. And so it's a little bit of identity politics in there, and it's a movie from the 80s, and you kind of get it. And I remember watching that as a gay kid growing up and wondering, okay, that's great, but what happens when the androids get radicalized? What would they wind up, what would they say when that's not enough, when they're no longer asking politely for their rights, but they're demanding their rights? And so there's actually a scene in the very beginning of Artifice where somebody says, oh, well, these people like to be called artificial people now, and at a certain crucial moment, he lets them know, no, actually, I prefer the term inhuman.
I love that. I love that. So can you tell us a little bit about the artwork, because you have some really, really great, amazing artwork to go with the story?
Absolutely. Well, this is a fantastic time to be a creator right now. And so I'm the writer, and I wrote these scripts, and then I went on the internet and posted listings to find very, very talented artists to work on my comics. In the case of Artifice, all the artists by Philadelphia-based artist Winona Nelson, who is a genius. She did all the work, line work through colors. She also hand-painted the cover oil on canvas. She was a dream to work with. Right now she does, I don't know if you're familiar with Magic the Gathering cards. It's a very popular game. It's quite spendy, and they get these very talented artists, basically the best artists in the world, to paint all these cards. And she paints some of the most expensive, the highest end ones. And so on the one hand, she's got these tremendously great chops. On the other hand, we had a very similar storytelling vision. You know, she also really wanted to see, I mean, growing up as a gay kid, basically you have the option to see, when you see other gay people in films, they either kill their lover, they get killed by their lover, they commit suicide, or they die of AIDS. So that was like my whole experience growing up. It's getting better now, but it's still not there yet. And she too, even though she was younger than me, she recognized that as well, and a treatment with that in a lot of other minorities, people of color and women. I mean, it's kind of a shared journey. And so she could really see what I was trying to do, and so it was like this total synergy working with her, where she totally got what I was trying to say, and it just comes out in terms of the acting of the characters, that it's just very clear.
Thanks, Alex. I really, really love that. I feel inspired. I think I'm going to be a superhero. I think that's what I'm going to do. Well, thank you. Please, please, please find Artifice on Amazon.com. Please support this movement. I'm not going to say that it's just a comic book. It is a movement for people to feel empowered and to feel like they don't have to be stuck in one type of category or seen in one type of way. So I really love that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.